The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Winston. That's taken in by Henderson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First down, Saints.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
It's caught by Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check 13. Check 13. Let's go.
They go play action. Winston looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on 3rd down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Bears 7, Saints 0. Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Focus, defense, focus.
On 2nd and 15 now. Trubisky. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston dancing to his left. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the 1st down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game, because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
1st down, New Orleans.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give for Henderson running to the right. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, this was the 27th ranked rushing attack coming in. That play sort of shows why.
Yeah, and I have to admit that I'm a little bit surprised, because they have talent on the line. They've got talent in the backfield, but for whatever reason, they can't mesh it together and make progress.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Saints have taken the lead. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's gets through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Saints 10, Bears 7.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
The 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing here, Trubisky. This into the hands of Marvin Hall, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he'll find Hall. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
That's another Bears first down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
March 47.
First down, a run with Cohen. Uses the spin. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Rip left, rip left. Out, 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 out. Shift, shift.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
No game on this defense, no game.
47's the alert, 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 alert. I'm here all day. Check, check.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And it's caught. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the shotgun is Trubisky. The connection made. It's Graham. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2nd and goal from the 1. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
He's checking. Crash. Jim.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's the fullback as the first half is winding down. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And they'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Mike's 50.
Red, up.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, Delta.
From the 31, Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Lock in.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. Oh, what a juke into space. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
backside guys,
Meh.
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey. 4 down. Hey, Mike's 50. Hey, Mike's 50.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As the Bears push further out in front. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Saints take over at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the play.
He's got it at the 15. It's a big play there for the Saints. 62 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They come out here in the eye. On second down now. It's Henderson, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Darrell Henderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step up.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Lock in, lock in. Don't let him breathe, defense.
From the 44, Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Trubisky. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On first down, Cohen. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking shot.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run as the Bears push further out in front. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Off the play fake, Winston. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Robert Quinn able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Winston now. And the pressure gets to him again. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
2 yards on the pick.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
They try again with Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Get up. 180. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day on this.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
A 36-yard.
Vinatieri's kick is good, and that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Robert Quinn in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
You got it! You got it!
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Winston. And he finds Cook. 23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted. by the All-Pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Bears, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the